name's Terry Patience. I am currently the president, prophet, seer, revelator of the Remnant Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. I was born in Shenandoah, Iowa, which is a little community in southwest Iowa. It was in 1949. I was born to some Latter-day Saint, reorganized Latter-day Saint parents. Dad's family had been a part of the reorganized church for many, many years, several generations, and we understand that my mother's family, although she was a convert to the church, they were also members of the church, but they had to go back a few generations prior to that. So I feel like I have a pretty strong heritage in the church through the family. We took a little stint in the Mormon church for 14 years. One day, Cindy was doing some work for the church, for the LDS church, and she was looking up some stuff online and happened to run into the Remnant Church's website. So she called me up to the den and I came up and we started looking at it and we thought, maybe this is our answer. We visited at First Branch, one of the major Remnant Church branches here in Independence. We had a very strong spiritual experience there as we waited for the services to start, so much so that the Lord told me, this is where you need to be. This is the right path, that you need to be in the Remnant Church. Because I had been ordained an elder in the reorganized church by a man and a woman, my eldership was not accepted in the Remnant Church, and that was perfectly okay with me. I understood totally that was the case. But I had been ordained a priest prior to being ordained an elder in the RLDS Church by a proper authority and in a proper way. So when we came into the Remnant Church, I came into the Remnant Church as a priest and served there very diligently. But it wasn't too many months, I think it was 6 or 7 months after we actually affiliated with the Remnant Church, that they called me to be an elder. I was then an elder in the Remnant Church and then became the presiding elder for the Missouri Valley branch and worked there for a while. Eventually, because of that, Brother Larson called me into the high priest quorum, so I became a high priest in the church. I was a high priest then when we moved to Independence and started participating here locally with the church. I mentioned that I was a high priest, and we were attending here at the Center Branch congregation. Because I was working diligently for the church, and because the church knew that there was something in the church that I could do for them, they called me to be the missionary and training director for the Remnant Church. And that was something I thought I could do because I'd had a lot of missionary experience. By that time, they had also called me into the Quorum of 12, so that was a good fit. I was in the Quorum of 12 for several years. I don't remember exactly how many years. I think it was maybe 4 years in the Quorum of 12. When President Larson passed away, obviously we had the question, we being the church, had the question of who was going to succeed Brother Larson. I had had some inklings, the Spirit whispering to me for several months prior to his death, that I should prepare to be in the First Presidency. We had lost one of the members of the First Presidency, and the Lord was telling me that I should prepare to fill that role in the First Presidency. But before that call could be processed, President Larson passed away. From what I understand through his testimony and through Mary Lou Larson's, his wife's testimony, had gone to his study shortly before he became ill and started praying and prayed earnestly as to who should be his successor. He came out of the study session that he was at in his home and told Mary Lou that he knew who should be his successor in the church, and that person should be Terry Patience. So on a Monday morning, I was brought into the conference room downstairs and was told that there was a document that Brother Larson had dictated some information to Kevin Romer and to Carl Van Cannon Jr. about who was to be the successor in the case that Brother Larson had passed away, and that my name was on that document. That Monday night, I went home after the events of the day, went to bed about 8:30 at night, woke up about 1 o'clock and started wrestling with this whole concept of what I was being asked to do. And after a lot of time, a couple of hours really of praying, saying, Lord, why me? Is this really what you want? I felt this calmness come over me as I lied there in my bed, really realized that, yes, this is what he he wants me to do, and that he was telling us that there are some things that I need you to accomplish by so doing this. So I came back into the office the next morning and told the Quorum of 12 president, he was the active leader of the church at the time, that I would take the calling.